let's begin like this. Like, let's do a short introduction of each other, and then like do a short discussion, and then we can begin. How about that? Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yes.
Okay. So like how many of you have like already been like applying to jobs for civil engineering or are studying currently? Like, can you tell me a little bit about that? There.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey.
So,
Not yet, but like I'm looking into it. As soon as like I finish my like degree, then I can like
So
apply
you
for job.
haven't like actively started applying yet? You're studying?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Anybody else have already started an application process or anything like that?
yeah, I've been applying. I've done like numerous applications, and they've been unsuccessful at the moment.
Okay, so you've been actively applying, but you haven't really had any callbacks or anything like that?
No positive feedback at the moment. Yeah.
Okay. So like Sojan, are you there?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
here,
okay.
yes.
Yeah. Should we begin? I think we
Yep,
should
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
let's
Yeah.
go. Just,
Yeah.
wanted to ask one more question to everyone. So, most of you guys are into structural, or you guys are civil or geotech? Any specialization yet, or just general? Just wanted to ask that.
So my discipline
Generally,
is like civil construction and designing. So yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah. How about others?
okay,
Well, I'm
civil.
into mechanical engineering, but looking to change my career into civil draftsman.
Oh, yeah. That's good as well. Yeah, go on.
I have a
Who else?
I have a background in civil engineering,
Yep, civil. Yep.
and I would say structural engineering, because I did my master's in structural engineering just before I came to Australia.
Oh, yeah. No, that's good. Yeah, how about others? Is there anyone else? No? No, that's all good. Yeah, let's begin then. Yeah, so we can discuss later on.
Okay, all right. So, thank you everybody for taking the time of the day to sit in for the orientation event. Very much appreciated. So to start off the session, I would like to first start with an introduction of myself, my team member, and then we can move on to the training module. I'm Neha. I'm the marketing manager here at Extratech, and joining us at the session is Sojan, and he's going to be a trainer and mentor for the course. So as you can see in today's session, we are going to be discussing about Extratech's training program as a whole very briefly, course and course components, and of course the program inclusions. And then in the end, we're going to have a Q&A session as well. Sojan is going to give you the overview of the inclusions that are included in the course. But for me, I'll be talking more about the soft skill or behavior skill side of the program. All right. So to begin, Extratech, let's start with an introduction. Extratech began as, Extratech, let's start with Extratech in the training program. So I'll give you a brief overview of the program and what it entails. To put it in short, Extratech was primarily established as a company that provided ICT education and job empowerment opportunities to international candidates, much like yourselves here in Australia. And the training aims to help candidates with a special focus on international candidates to successfully navigate the uncharted waters of the Australian and global job landscape. And since its establishment, our main goal was and still is to help our enrolled students who are mainly from countries like Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, mainly Southeast Asian countries, to not waste their time and effort in test and trial, but rather to just directly connect them to results, which is ultimately have them successfully enter the job market. And since our establishment in 2019, our training program has helped a significant number of candidates such as yourselves successfully land entry-level jobs in the field of IT, accounting, and civil engineering. And our success rate stands at more than 98%, and you can almost say 100% success rate for civil engineering specifically. Now let's expand a little bit about our primary goals. So one of our primary goals of Extratech is to help candidates navigate the Australian job landscape and by default, the global job landscape without wasting your finances, your time, or your energy. Our program provides a direct beeline from point A all the way to point B, point A being where you are and point B being the job. And our program is devised to take care of our candidates at every single aspect in both practical training as well as behavior skills. So in other words, you can say that our program is going to enable the participants to develop both the software skills as well as the soft skills to become a good and valuable asset to any of the employers or companies who are looking to hire. So now moving on to the training program, it usually is a 10 to 14 weeks training program, but in this case it's 8 weeks as our civil engineering course is just 8 weeks. And in essence, our training program has two major components by which it functions, as you can see on the screen. The first one is you will do the 8 weeks practical training as you enroll. Like I said, Sojan is your trainer. He'll cover the practical training part of the presentation after me. And then once you finish your 8 weeks training, you move on to career counseling. And in practical training, obviously, you're going to gain the technical skills, but the aim of our program is to make you a good asset, and that includes behavior skills as well. So your behavior skills training is going to get covered in the career counseling part of the session. So in this, as you can see on the screen, in career counseling, we will cover your resume building elements, your cover letter building, your mock interview sessions, LinkedIn profile elements, basically just helping you draft like professional emails, business emails, because in essence, our entire aim is that we understand as international candidates here in Australia, it's, the job landscape is different than the country we are from, and it's definitely different from the job process back in Nepal or India, for example, and comparatively, it's much more difficult if you don't know what you're doing and you don't know the correct navigations. And nowadays, in the era of AI and automation, in literally everything, we have to be at the forefront. So because of that, the career counseling part of the program is such an important part when it comes to breaching the job landscape. So in this session, what we'll do is we'll help you become a good salesperson and be able to sell yourself to any of the companies or employers who are actually looking to hire. So let's take a look at some of the benefits. So one of the benefits you will get is you will get live and personalized learning experience. So unlike pre-recorded courses like Udemy or Skillshare, our training program offers a very personalized and tailored learning experience. So what this means is our training is going to be very adaptable to you. And the pace is also going to be very adaptable to suit your individual needs. And we will be providing focused guidance based on your strengths and your weaknesses. Next one, another benefit is both online, in-person attendance is available. So whether online classes are better than physical classes kind of depends on your individual preference and on the specific circumstances. In our case, both is available. In-person is available for those who are in the Australian Capital Territory, like we have an office in 𝗞𝗄𝑚. So if you can visit our office in 𝗞𝗄𝑚, for those people, in-person is available, and for the rest of them, online classes are also available. Next benefit you can get is 6 months leeway. So what this means is if you join the course, but for whatever reason you cannot attend the course anymore, like for example, you have to fly back home or you're sick or you have other obligations, whatever the reason, in these sorts of cases, you can have the option of putting your account on hold for 3 to 6 months. And then within this time frame, you can rejoin the course again without having to pay any sort of extra charges. And next one, no program limitation. So what this means is this is perhaps one of the best benefits. So no program limitations means that once you join the program, you will be with us until you land the job. So this means that we'll be helping you and guiding you until you land the job, no matter how long it takes. And next benefit is that our courses heavily focus on real-world projects instead of heavy theoretics. So it's very hands-on learning. Everything is real-world project-based. There's no heavy theoretics like in universities or schools where you have to learn like very in-depth theoretical subjects. All of that fluff is just cut out. And it's all just like project-based. So it's basically like going from one job to the next, you know. And next, you're going to get class recordings. Obviously, like you'll be provided with the recordings of each class so that you can revise at your pace and, you know, according to your preferred time as well. Now, speaking a little bit about the potential job opportunities of civil engineering in Australia, it is absolutely experiencing a very robust growth. And this growth is driven by major infrastructure investments and ongoing urban developments. And the sector of civil engineering also adds like 4,000 new jobs like each year, as you can see. So this reflects like a very strong and sustained demand for civil engineering, especially in Australia. I think Sojin will talk a little bit more about the job landscape in civil engineering and everything, like how you can breach into the job landscape and what you'll need and the condition. So I think like this is pretty much the introduction part of Extratech. And right now I'll just hand over the presentation to Sojin and he'll take care of the training part. All right, over to you, Sojin.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll just share my screen. Just give me one moment. Let me just. Let me know if you guys can see the screen. Can you guys see the screen?
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for that. So I don't want to bore you guys with all these theory and everything, because yeah, there is a lot of theory and a lot of things here in civil engineering which you might have studied in university level and your school level as well. So I'll just talk a little bit about the program, what it is and what you can gain from these, and we can move on to some practical things. I'll show you what your real civil engineering projects look like and what are the things you require and all those kind of things. So yeah, quickly going through. So obviously the agenda for today is welcoming you and introduction part, just introducing about this program and what are the importance, like why project management design and drafting is important. Also, the software overviews, what we'll be learning, what are your learning outcomes from this program, and what are the essential knowledge for engineering, civil engineering careers, and how the course structure looks like, and why you should join this program, and what are the next steps you should follow. And then after, in the end, we can talk about your questions later on. Yeah. So moving on. So obviously program details. So this is mainly focused on design, project management, and drafting. Okay. Yeah. Also, in the process we'll be learning a bit about surveying. We'll be learning about the analysis part as well. So yeah, there are most of the things involved here, but like the main focus is on design, project management, and drafting. Okay. So obviously I want to welcome you guys. Thanks for joining in, and this will help you understand the importance of all these design drafting skills that is important, and how to grow in this career, how to land a job. Okay. Yeah, and this program will also help you equip with all these essential knowledge regarding design, drafting, and project management, which is mainly used, which is on day-to-day used in the industry. Okay. Obviously in university level or school level or diploma, whatever you've studied, it's only theory part, but in your workplace it's quite different. Okay. So I'm there to cover that gap, right? So yeah. So what are the importance of project management, design, and drafting? Obviously, so I'll talk a bit about project management. So in project management, So why project management is important is like it handles complexity. Okay, so if you are handling large scale projects, there are a lot of tasks involved. Okay, so in their work breakdown structures, multiple stakeholders, there are a lot of plannings and logistics that needs to be handled. So all these are handled by project management team, and this project management tools or the knowledge about 𝗞𝗏 guidelines, specially used in Australia. Okay, it helps in handling all these complexities, right? And the second one is helps in managing resources. Okay, so if you have to finish all the tasks in on time and meet the deadlines and avoid all the delays, right? So it helps these project management guidelines and also project management tools. It will help you manage these deadlines and avoid delays. Also helps in budget tracking and prevent from overruns. And it helps in allocations of all the materials, equipments, and labors properly. Okay, so how much labor you need in certain tasks or how much materials is needed in one project, all those. Okay, and the next important thing is it helps in mitigating risks. Okay, so you identify all the potential problems and help plan it and also create a contingency plan. Okay, so you beforehand create all these plans so that during the progress of the project there are a lot of problems which can be handled properly. Okay, so yeah, and also helps in avoiding risks and adapts in the changes of project scope. So there might be different changes in designs or construction methods, which brings in unexpected challenges. So this will all be planned in the project management sector itself. Okay, and the main thing, prioritizing safety and compliance. So this is also a main thing. So mitigating risks is also part of prioritizing safety and compliance. Okay, so it helps in mitigating all the risks. So the next one, ensuring all the quality, right? So project management, obviously, it helps in ensuring you meet with the design specifications and the quality standards, and helps in compliance with all the Australian standards, building codes, and industry best practices. Okay, and the other thing is communication. Obviously, in project management, you need to handle different stakeholders, different people like laborers to clients to engineers to everyone. So it helps in facilitating good communication between them, right? And helps in teamwork, collaboration, and helps in building a successful project. So in short, obviously it helps increase project success rate, improve efficiency and productivity, enhance communication and collaboration, and helps in building a safer working environment, right? Moving on, now I'll talk a bit about why design and drafting is important in civil engineering. So design and drafting, these are the backbones. Like without design and drafting, there is no any project started, right? So why design and drafting is important? It helps in ensuring the accuracy, compliance, and there is a clear communication between projects teams itself. Okay, so without design and drafting, you can't start any project, right? You can't know, like you won't know any Australian standards that might be used there, right? So that's really important. And effective design will also help you reduce cost and improve project outcomes. And if you have a master's, if masters, like if you improve the skills in design and drafting, um, it will help you land your job and have career advancement opportunities pretty fast, right? So you need to know these knowledges. And so these are really important in structural, road design, urban planning, and infrastructure development. So like these are not limited here itself, but these are the main areas where design and drafting are used. Okay, so the next one, I want to just quickly go with the software overviews. So what softwares we'll be learning. So these are mainly focused in drafting and design itself. So AutoCAD, obviously, a lot of you guys know about AutoCAD. So AutoCAD is mainly used for 2D and 3D designs. You can use it for design as well as drafting, and it helps in structural layouts, creating diagrams, sections, cross sections, long sections, and all those kind of things, right? So in AutoCAD, you create the plans which contractors will look in and build it, okay, on the side. So the next one is Civil 3D. Civil 3D and civil site design it's mainly specialized in civil engineering projects, so mainly in roads, drainage, and earthworks. So every civil engineering project you need earthworks. You need to know about the design procedure, which helps, like Civil 3D helps in designing according to Australian standards, and it helps in productivity as well as it helps in creating 3D models, which is easier to construct, right? So that's there. This is a design based software, right? And 12D, it's the same thing. So 12D is similar to Civil 3D. These are the most used softwares in in civil engineering in Australia itself. Okay, so these 12D is also similar to Civil 3D, but 12D is widely used in Australia. That's why I want to give you, like surface knowledge of 12D so that you have confidence in applying jobs as well as you have confidence in how it works through, right? So, so 12D, it helps in surveying, land development, infrastructure design, road, drainage design as well. It covers most of the civil engineering aspects, right? And there comes Revit. Revit is mainly for structural. It can be used in civil side as well, but it's mainly for structural engineering. So creating building information modeling like BIM 3D models, which helps in building 3D models and coordinate all the structural design as well as architectural designs together, which helps contractors to build easily. And also it helps in getting billing of materials, getting quantity of materials, how much quantity of materials is needed. It makes your life easier on Revit. Okay, there are other softwares as well, like ETABS, SAP 2000s, or Rhino. There are various softwares, but I feel these are mainly used in Australia, and which, like, if you know these softwares, all the other softwares are similar to this, and the function of it is similar. So you'll be much more confident on using these softwares if you know basics of these. All right. And the next one is the learning outcomes. What are the learning outcomes you can expect? So it also depends on your hard work as well. And I'll guide you through in the process itself. But what you'll gain is you'll develop knowledge about AutoCAD and detailed drafting. You'll gain expertise in Civil 3D, designing road and drainage system. Also 12D, it's surveying, getting to know about surveying methods and how surveying can help design as well. Okay, and infrastructure projects, like so we'll be doing one project in Civil 3D, one project in AutoCAD, one project in 12D. Yeah, and then another project in Revit, which will be using BIM models and structural coordinations. And then lastly, we'll also learn a bit about Microsoft project, where you'll you'll allocate resources, create work breakdown structures, and allocate budgets as well. So yeah, it'll give you a whole understanding of how civil engineering projects work. Okay. So yeah, that's your learning outcome there. Moving on. So what are the essential knowledge for civil engineering careers? These are not only limited to civil engineering. It can be used in most other areas like structural as well as geotechnical surveying, most of the things. But the most important things is understanding standards. Okay, so you need to know like about standards, Australian standards. Maybe most of you guys might be overseas students and came here to do your further studies. But having said that, you might not have more knowledge on Australian standards and local council guidelines. So we'll be learning about that thing. Okay, so you have to understand these standards and how these works, how you can find information from there, so that you can ensure the quality and design as well as draft um, like civil engineering projects, right? So the next thing is surveying basics. As a civil engineer, if you want to design and draft, you need to know about how surveying works. Okay, how surveying works, how you get the surveying data, how you can import, how you can design through surveying data. Okay, so all those basics of surveying, you need to know about that. And hydraulics and hydrology. If you are doing a drainage design, you need to know about basics on hydraulics and hydrology. Maybe most of you guys have known from the university level or your school level as well, a bit on that. But we'll be learning how you can apply practical, how you can apply these theoretical knowledge in practical level, right? So, fundamentals of drainage, water systems, which helps in, which we use to help calculate runoffs in catchment areas and prevent floodings from there. Okay, so that's also important. And communication skills. So one of the most important thing, like even though you know all of these things, you need to have a good communication skills so that you can explain your stakeholder, you can write reports, you can engage with people so that you can explain these complex information easily to people. Okay, so your communication skills, you have to improve that as well. And I feel, joining in this class, collaborating with each other, I feel your communication skills will grow as well. Okay, and team collaboration, that's also important. You have to handle most of, like, you have to talk with a lot of people, you have to combine information from there, collaborate with people and do, like, bring in your project outcomes. Okay, so that's why the team collaboration is really important as well. And project management skills, not only a project manager needs to know project management skill. Um, Even though you're a drafter, even though you're a designer, even though you're a surveyor, geotechnical engineer, whatever, like, you need to know project management skills so that you can properly plan, schedule, manage your resource, manage your projects itself as well, and deliver them properly on time as well as within budgets, right? So basic information of this is required for everyone. Okay, so the next one, I just want to talk a bit about course structure. So so it's a 8-week process. So 8-week process. So week 1 and 2, we'll be learning basics about AutoCAD and intermediate techniques, fundamentals of drafting, how you can create 2D designs, annotate plans, dimension plans, all those kind of things. And week 3 and 4, we'll be learning civil 3D and civil site design for road designs and drainage design. Okay, we'll be creating a digital surface, digital terrain models, and then create, like, know earthworks, cotton fuels, know a bit about hydrology and hydraulics. Okay, all those. And then week 5 and 6 will be mostly about 12D. 12D, learn a bit about surveying, how to import and export data, alignment, create alignments, how you can create a digital model in 12D, digital terrain model in 12D, and how you can calculate volumes, cut and fills. Okay, that's week 5 and 6. And week 7 is mostly about Revit. Basically, we'll be doing a house plan, okay, in Revit itself, and get to know about the details of how to, how to use Revit and how to coordinate with structural, like structural coordinations, how to collaborate with multiple tools, as well as how to import architectural drawings and collaborate with them, like collaborate with architectural drawings as well, and create a building information modeling. That's a 3D model. So yeah, these are the things. And week 8 will be mostly about project management and how you can, like, mostly about revision and project management, how you can use MS projects, how you can, create a work breakdown structure, okay, allocate resources, allocate budgets, and all those. Yeah, so these are the basic course structure. and why this program. Okay, so why this program is you'll have hands-on training. Okay, so I'll show you how you can install softwares, how you can use them. You'll be learning with me. Like I'll be doing projects and you'll be doing side by side, right? And I'll be teaching you how you can install the softwares, how you can get the basic understanding so that how to load templates, how to do the basic things so that you can start the project with me. All right, and uh, it helps you build confidence in how real projects work and how you can practice with them, right? So mentorship, obviously you'll learn from the experienced professionals, those people I know. Like I might bring some guest speakers as well, which who can help you understand the process of civil engineering itself, like how projects work in civil engineering, and guide you throughout the program. So there'll be a lot of people involved here. And the resources, like you'll have access to exclusive resources that I have collected uh, for a while. So I have done my own research. I've done created materials, templates, and tools which helps me in my daily life, so which you can get like access to. Okay, so those are the resources. And the certification, obviously you'll also earn a certification of completion which you can showcase in your resume as well. So you'll also be able to add whatever the experience you've gained here in your resume. Okay, and say what are the things you've learned, what are the projects you've worked in, and it'll enhance your resume as well. And networking, obviously you'll connect with people here itself, you'll connect with industry experts and your own colleagues. Okay, and then it'll help you boost your career opportunities. You don't know, you might get some opportunities from someone so yeah, these are the benefits of joining this program. And there are others as well, but these are the core benefits, right? What are the next steps? So, so the next steps is obviously you have to contact with the admin team, and still the program start date is to be announced. It'll mostly mainly, I think, yeah, 100%. It'll start Monday and Tuesday, so it'll be 2 days from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. so that everyone can, because a lot of people work on weekends, I feel, as a student. So even I used to, so that's why I don't want to take away your weekends. So Monday and Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Yeah, we'll be doing that course. So it's 2 days. Yeah, it's 3 hours each day, and it's 8 weeks. Okay, for 8 weeks. It might go longer, okay? It might go longer. So, because like some problems come up, some questions come up. So that's why it might go longer, but I'm just giving a rough time frame of 8 weeks, right? So you can call us, you can, and then you can know more information of how you can join and take a first step towards advancing your civil engineering career, right? So these are the basic theoretical part. I'll just quickly show you some of the things, like, I'll show you one Australian standard and how you can use that, how you can learn from there itself. Okay, so just give me a moment. I'll just bring in one. So this is AS1170. This is for structural analysis. So structural designs. And this is general part 0. There are, I think, part 2, part 4, 1170. That's the code number. Okay, Australian New Zealand standards 1170. And then this is just an introductory page. Okay, so where you get most of the information here. I think part 5. Oh, okay, until part 5. But in Australia, it's only until part 4 because this part 5 is New Zealand. Okay. So yeah, this is just general principles. One is permanent and imposed actions. So that means loads. Okay, so permanent loads and live loads, and this is wind loads. This is snow and ice loads, and then earthquake loads. This is basically how to calculate your loads. Okay, for structural design, right? So this is just a basic principle, and just to let you know, these Australian standards are not free. If you are a student, you can get it for free, but if you're not a student, then you have to pay. But I'll provide some of the standards which you can use in your day-to-day life, so you can use it to practice, you can use it to learn. Okay, so yeah, you use this while doing the project itself. Obviously, there are way many pages you can't remember, so that's why you use it while you do your projects and you find informations from here. For example, if you want to do a combination of actions, so how to combine loads, you get information from here. Okay, and also from other documents like part 1, 2, 3, whichever is applicable for you. If you're working if you have a project in snow and ice, you have to also add this. But if you don't have that, then you don't need to. If you have a place where earthquakes normally happen, then you have to refer to this document as well. So yeah, depending on your project, depending on your project scope, what you basically understand and get to know what documents you need, okay, and go through them, right? So yeah, these are the things, and this will basically explain you how design process works. Okay, what are the definitions? What are the abbreviations and all those? Okay, so like E for action effects, and these are mostly used in all those documents, right? So yeah, that's really important to know. And these are structural design procedures. Okay, I won't go through all of them at the moment, which like I'll provide these which you have to go through. And I think now AI makes it much more easier for you just to get a rough idea of these. But yeah, you have to go through these and know about these. And we'll be using this in the project itself. All right. So that's one of the examples there. I'll show you no other things. Just give me a moment. So let me just okay, I'll show you a sample drawing. This is a structural drawing. So the first page is just the notes. Okay. Obviously there will be a cover page before that. But yeah, so this is just the general notes page. Okay, these are all general notes. Basically, you refer to these for most of the stuff. How to proceed with design, like how they proceeded with designs, how they proceeded with um, you know all these construction processes and all those kind of things. So these are general notes, and this is a putting in slab plans. Okay, you give information of what are the things used here. Okay, putting in slabs. All right, and these are typical details of those. All right, where reinforcements go in, how much thickness, the details of all those, and what's a lap length and all those kind of things, right? And this is just a general bracing plan, okay? And this is same, like this is a roof framing details, typical details. You kind of build according to the details here and use the things what I mentioned, like that I mentioned here, okay? While constructing. And this is same thing. So this is bracing details, right? So yeah, how you, what are the things you use, the sizes of the members, the screws or bolts, where you use that, okay, all those information, right? So this is just an example there. And I'll show you another example as well. Just give me one moment. Yeah, I don't want to bore you guys with all these theoretical knowledge, but yeah, just want to quickly show you how plans look like and what are the things required. Just give me one moment. Where did I keep going? This is a title block, which you'll be doing in AutoCAD. So you have to create a title block like this, which mostly, like you can see these title blocks here. Okay, so these are really important in drafting part, right? So we'll be learning that how to create that title block in, AutoCAD, and what are the things here. Okay, so yeah, these kind of things. I'll show you another one. Okay. That one. So you'll also be using AutoCAD to create these typical details, okay, details of these. This is pretty easy one just to understand how things work. I'll just show you here. Like typical details, all the dimensions are given here. And same here, creating blocks like a simple house plan. This exercise will be there as well. And you'll be using these details to create these in AutoCAD, okay? Yeah, and then these block details, you'll be creating these as well. So all the dimensions are given here just to understand how AutoCAD works, okay? Maybe most of you guys might be familiar, but we'll be learning about that. Yeah, and then that one, sorry. I'll show you another one. Oh, it's nearly time there, but yeah, just give me one moment. So I'll also show you how you can import these aerial images into your software so that you can design in the right locations, So its surveying part comes into play. So this is an aerial image which you can import into your softwares so that you can design properly in, it helps like these aerial kind of images, it helps in planning, okay? So it helps in planning like where you want to create the roads, where are the houses, how many driveways are there, all those kind of things, and what are the lane sizes you need, especially for roads and other things as well, even drainages as well. So but yeah, I'll show you how you can import these kind of images there, right? And then more of that. Yeah, just want to show you one more. Just give me one moment. I'll just show you one more. I think I've sent here one last plan, and then that's about it. So this is one of the project we'll be doing in Revit, okay? So that's all the dimensions are here, okay? So how to create these foundations, how to create the walls, okay? The sizes of the walls and the roof, okay, all those kind of things. So yeah, we'll be dealing on that, like these things on Revit, and this is a simple structure, which I'll give it to you guys. Like probably we'll see like which one's better, this or that, okay? And then we'll look forward. Like I'll give you both of them just to practice for you as well, but we'll see which one we do, depending on like your level of expertise, like people, what how many people know about Revit, so depending on that. But yeah, these are the most of the things there. Yeah, like I think we're nearly time there, but I just wanted to show you a couple of things before we go. But yeah, I feel that's all for now, I guess. And later down the track, you learn more on other stuffs, how to import survey data, how to, design, how to draft, and all those kind of things. Yeah, I think I'll just stop here and maybe pass it to Neha just for questions, so that if anyone has any questions regarding this, then we can talk about that. Neha, are you there?
Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sojan.
Okay.
So yeah, this is pretty much the gist of the training and Extratech. So based on this, does anybody else have like any sort of questions or follow-ups they would like to answer, or they would like answered? Please go on if anybody else has any questions.
Yeah, I just have a question regarding what uh, he has just touched on. So basically, I think what he has just talked about is mainly AutoCAD drafting, I guess. So what about the civil 3D design and the 12D design?
Yes. So I haven't showed you the projects we'll be doing in Civil 3D design, and 12D design. This is mostly for Revit and AutoCAD. But over there, I have a survey data. Just give me a sec. So CSV, not that one. So I have a survey data which you import into softwares. Okay, and then from there you create alignments and over, like I don't have a project like here, okay? So all these details in there, because that's my own personal project, so that's why I haven't like mentioned all these kind of details there. But yeah, that's when like I'll show you how you can import data, the basic understanding of Civil 3D itself, and how you can import and create a digital terrain models, and then from there how to create alignments, and depending on the template of the road, like the sizes of the road, how you can create that and batter them to the existing ground. Okay, so that's practical knowledge. I might have a snapshot. Okay, just give me one moment. I'll quickly show you that so that you have an idea on how that looks like. Just give me a second. Just give me one moment. That the one? Oh, not that one. So this is a master plan, okay? Obviously, we won't be doing all the whole lot. So this is a master plan of a subdivision layout, and these are roads, okay? So basically, so I have a survey data of not exactly this plan, but I have a similar to this, I have a different survey plan. And then you import all the survey data, you create a surface, and you create these roads, okay? Which match with the existing. So there are existing roads on the sides, and probably you create these roads and match with the existing roads, and then create a vertical geometry and a horizontal geometry according to Ostrodes. Yeah, Ostrodes. And then you sort of give that. Obviously, like if I try to open these softwares, it'll take a while because we don't have enough time at the moment. But yeah, these are the kind of gist you can look at. And yeah, that's all I can find. Like, I really can't find the snapshot. Probably I didn't keep that from there, but yeah. So I hope this answers your question.
Yeah. So what you're saying is, in the program, you're going to touch on Civil 3D, and we're going to learn Civil 3D. Is that right?
Yes, Civil 3D and 12D, both.
In 12D.
Yes. So
We are
I'll be
also,
like, sorry, yeah, go on.
yeah, we're also going to do some examples on like real world projects
Exactly. So that's why,
from
because
start to finish.
yes, yes. So in design side, obviously you won't have all the information like I've given here in drafting side. So in drafting side, you have all these information because these were designed by some people, right? So in design, you won't have any information. You basically have a project scope, okay, what you want to achieve, and then you have a survey data, basically site investigation and survey reports and all those. And then from there, based on that, you refer to all the Australian standards, Australian guidelines, and you design. So that's why I won't have any information like these. Okay. But what I have is a data, survey data, and the project scope, which we can like use it and refer to the guidelines and design accordingly, which is done practically basically. Okay. So yeah, I would have shown you one of the project, but it takes a while to load. So that's why I don't have it in here. Yeah, I don't have it in here, this laptop, because yeah, I could have showed you in Civil 3D, but yeah, no, that's yeah. No, I had the just give me a sec. I had a draft plans. Okay, probably I'll find it out. Just give me one moment, because that makes sense. I feel that'll make sense if I show you that. Just give me one moment. I think I sent some files to someone. Files. What happened? So for example, like these kind of things, okay, this is a report. Okay, so this is a subdivision plan. Okay, basically you'll see information like here. This is a planning, okay? Planning phase. And then what you do is you have a survey data of these, and basically you have to create according to the planning design. So obviously there will be differences on there. It won't be exactly that because you have to follow standards and all. But yeah, basically you'll follow these planning things and then you design. Okay, so here you can see how many roads are there, how you interconnect the roads, all those kind of things, and you design accordingly. Maybe it'll shift a bit. The curves might be a bit different, depending on the standards. But yeah, basically you have to design kind of like this is a subdivision, okay? And road design works like that, right? So this is one of them, and another one. Let me just find out. So downloads all. Okay, is that the one? Okay, this is how it looks like, right? So basically, this is a subdivision plan. So this is a cover page, okay, and then you have the existing information here. Okay, existing information like all these contour lines and all. So basically, you create a digital model which creates these contours where you can get the elevations, right? X, Y, and Z coordinates, and then you plan it out like see here. So these are all designed, right? So these are all, there are alignments. Obviously, you can't see in the plans, but there are alignments here, and you design this, right? And then you create a network, okay? And and you create a network, and what happens is you have to give a typical section how the road looks like, what sizes, like what's the traffic lane, what's the road reserve, how many, what are the curb types, where are the sewer, water, storm water, all those, and then the verge sizes as well, NBNs, all those kind of things. And then after that, there'll be long sections and cross sections. I'll show you just below. So this is cut and fill plan. Okay, so basically after you design, so according to the existing ground, so these are gradings like how much you need to cut. You can see the depths. So how much you need to cut and how much you need to fill. So plus is fill, minus is cut. So basically you have to balance that, right? And so yeah, that's there. And then after that, moving on, just give me a sec. I'll show you long sections and cross sections. So yeah, basically you have to design. So this dotted line, this is the existing ground, and this, this straight like continuous line, that's a design. Okay, so this road is just going downhill and downhill and downhill, and here, and the next page is there as well. So you might continue from here. So chainage 63, yeah, it continues uphill. So it goes downhill there, and then after that it goes uphill. So basically you design in that way according to standards, right? And same goes here. These are different roads. So road 3, this is road 1, that's road 1, okay? And this is road 2. And there are others as well, similarly. So there are different roads. We won't be doing all of the roads. We'll be doing one road, which is like similar. You use the same concept and do other roads as well. And there are drainage plans as well. So for example, so we'll be doing a bit. So this is vehicle turning. So basically like you want to check if a bus or a truck can pass through that designed road. Okay. So and then these are line marking plans. So you want to show like what line markings will be there. You have to design the line markings and all as well. Okay, all those. This is a set of plans basically. We won't go through all of them, but we'll go through most of them. So, and then there might be drainage plans as well. I'll show you quickly. Okay, so this is a water network. Okay, so basically you connect to existing, and then from there onwards you design it so that it provides network for the whole lots. Okay, so you can see here how like every lot has access to these water lines. So basically you design in such a way, and also you design according to standards. This is horizontal and there will be vertical as well. So basically we'll be doing those kind of things there, and we won't have any plans. Okay, so like these, so we have to create the plans. All right, hope that answers your question. Okay.
Yeah. And you also talked about teaching how to install the softwares. So how do we get access to the softwares? Are you going to provide the software?
Yes. I'll show you how you can get the access there, and then we can move forward.
Okay, and are they softwares that we have to pay for?
Yeah, but yes, some of them, yes, but not all of them. So you don't have to pay. I'll show you how you can get it, you know?
All right.
Yeah. All good. I think there was a couple of questions here. I think we already, after 8, but, thanks for staying back. We'll just answer some of the questions and then we'll see if any questions are there. Just give me one moment. So is there a weak discussion about project management like scheduling using software, 𝗣𝗶හි𝗴, etc., and OS basic building standards? Yes, 100%. So week 1 and 2 is basically about understanding these. Okay. So I don't know. I think Bernard just asked a question. So week 1 is about discussing how you can, what are the Australian standards mostly used in Australia. So I'll be giving out notes as well. What are the mostly used Australian standards? Okay, and where you can find it, like how, I mean, if you have to pay or if you're a student, how you can get it for free. I'll explain about that. Okay, and National Construction Code. Okay, that's Building Code of Australia, which is same as National Construction Code. We'll be discussing about that. Okay, so week 1 and 2 is basically about AutoCAD and these kind of things, right? Yeah. And then the next one is, do we design hairpin bent? No, sorry, we don't do that. So it's mainly like what we'll be doing is mainly we'll be doing civil designs and a bit about structural, like it won't be complex structural ones. Okay, so that's why we won't be discussing about that. But yeah, I'll be happy to explain if you want to know more on that. Yeah. All good. I think some more questions were there. Let me just check one. I think that's about it. So I have a dad. I'm a civil engineering student. Is it okay to start the class or should I wait? I mean, okay, so you're a second year civil engineering student. See, like, to be honest, I wish I started earlier, because you'll get an understanding of how you can apply this theoretical knowledge into practical, right? So you'll get that exposure, okay? Yeah, otherwise you'll be doing all these theory works and you won't get anything. So that's why it depends on you. I mean, how much you can, I know like university level, there's a lot of assignments, there's a lot of things there, but how you can cope up with this as well, so it depends on you. I mean, there's no any, like, I won't say there is a right time to start and wrong time to start. Anyone can start, anyone can learn these are like, I'll be teaching from the beginning, so that's why, yeah, so that's there, right? Within these designs, will the drafting also? Yes. So we'll be doing these designs and then exporting it, and then the drafting part comes in, yeah, drafting also, I'll give you some exercises in AutoCAD. I mean, to be honest, AutoCAD, I don't want to, like, you can learn it by yourself. It's not that hard, AutoCAD. So that's why AutoCAD, I won't be going through in detail, okay? Like these design ones, I won't be going through in detail. I'll give you resources. I'll give you how you can do these. I'll give you tasks to do it, So that's why you learn basically on your own AutoCAD. I mean, it's not that hard to learn, okay? I'll be showing you how to do 1 or 2 projects, but after that, you'll be on your own with AutoCAD, okay? There's a lot of resources out there. So with AutoCAD, yes, but with design part, I'll be going through in detail, right? Which software we'll be using for structural design. So for structural design, we'll mainly use Revit at the moment. We won't be using other ones, ETABS or Space Gas, okay? All those kind of things. Like I want to use Space Gas. We'll see how much time we have left, So yeah, because we don't want to make this program too complex, okay? There are a lot of things you need to know about, but to get an entry-level job, I don't think you'll need to know everything, okay? So need to know the most important things, which we'll be discussing, right? First, so we'll be using Revit, okay? But if we have time, we'll discuss a bit about, space gas and all those, which are mostly used in Australia. Can we use this project design as our portfolio while applying? Yes, 100%. That's the main point. Okay, obviously you won't be able to do on your own these projects. So that's why I want to do with you so that you can put in your resume and apply for jobs, and which will give you, better chance, better probability of getting a job than a normal person, who haven't done these projects, right? So that's the main aim. Okay. So is there any prior theoretical knowledge needed to start? Yes and no. Like obviously you need to know a couple of things, but you don't need to know everything. Obviously I'll show you how, where you can find resources, where you can find things, and it's up to you to know theoretical knowledge, and it's up to you to practice things and knowing about asking questions. Okay, I'll be explaining things, but it's also up to you as well. I won't say it's all on me, because yeah, it doesn't work that way. It's team collaboration. So that's why yes and no as well. So you need to know a bit of things, but you don't need to know a lot of things. Okay, and I'll be explaining if you don't know. If you don't know, you ask questions. I'll be explaining that. So that's why, yeah, yeah, don't take stress on, or if I'll know things or if not, so this is for everyone basically. Okay, yeah, that's there. I hope I answered most of your questions. Was there anyone else needing to know more? Anyone? Any more questions? Anyone? Did I answer everyone's question? I'll just check again. Okay.
Sojan, I have like a couple of questions that I used to get while inquiring. Can we talk a little bit about like how difficult it is to get into the career landscape when it comes to civil engineering? Is it really difficult, or can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes. So yeah, that's a really good question. So honestly speaking, yes, it's a bit difficult in the start, because you need to know a couple of things, right? Because yeah, nobody wants someone, like, just imagine you have a business and you want to run, and you need people who are skilled. Okay, so that's why, yeah, I'm not saying skilled as in you need to know everything, but you need to know like basic understanding. So that's what we are going to cover. So it's a bit tough in the start, but if you practice and if you continue to learn, and until now, even like for me as well, I'm learning every day. So that's why you need to learn every day. You need to practice every day to get better and better. Okay. So the more you learn, the more you know that, oh, you don't know anything. So that's why it's a bit hard in the start, but I'm not saying it's impossible. Okay, so there are a lot of people who have got jobs. So that's why I won't say it's impossible, but I'll help you through, like, throughout your career. So like, if you get an interview, I'll help you through in the interview process as well. If you want to apply for jobs, I'll review your resume, like what it should look like and what are the skills you need to add and all those kind of things. So yeah, there is a process, but I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's a bit hard in the start, and I don't want everyone to give up. I mean, yeah, like everything is hard, right? So that's why, yeah, just apply and eventually you'll get it. You'll have that experience, you'll have that knowledge, and you'll build that confidence, and then you'll get it. So that's why, yeah, you need more practice, you need more learnings. And for me, like, I'm just there to guide you through. Okay, guide you what are the important things you need to learn, what are the basic things you need to learn, so that you're not all over the place. Okay, So that's what I think everyone requires. I hope that answers.
Yeah, and to add to this, I think like we can also add, kind of doing everything by yourself and getting rejected and still applying but still not getting any feedback is it kind of is a bit dejecting in a way. It kind of makes you a bit jaded. So it's like when you come with us, when you come with Extratech, you have peers, you have networks, you have a mentor, and you're not going to be doing any of this alone. Like we understand how difficult it is, especially for international candidates, like I already said. So because of that as well, when you join with us, you're going to get a lot of support, a lot of guidance. You're not going to be doing anything all by yourself. You know what I mean? And until you land the job, we'll be helping you. And like Sochin said, both software skills as well as soft skills, behavior skills as well as technical skills, both of them we're going to be guiding you. I think, yeah, we've pretty much covered everything. This is just some of the questions that we used to get when it comes to inquiries. But yeah, I think I would like to just ask our participants one question. Like you've gone through the presentation, you've gone through the training courses, you've spoken with the trainer, you've asked your questions. One question I would like to ask our participants is that in light of all of this, is there still some sort of like doubt that you have or like some sort of resistance that you have still when it comes to enrolling in the program? If so, like please let us know, because we are always looking to improve ourselves and we're always looking for, to make the experience better for all of our candidates. So like, is there anything that you think it would have been better or we could have talked about it, or do you still like have second thoughts when it comes to enrollment? Anybody?
I have a question about the like class schedule. So in case someone is busy or like has to work on that time, then how the person can like take the classes?
You will get class recordings. We do have a fixed schedule. But if you somehow miss the designated schedule, then you will be provided with the class recording. Once you enroll with us, we basically use two softwares. One is Microsoft Teams and another one is the academic management system. So Microsoft Teams is free to download. You can download it. It's basically like WhatsApp. So once you enroll with us, we will group you into a designated Microsoft Teams group. Over there, you will get your trainer, your participants, everybody is going to get grouped over there. So any sort of discussions, questions you can ask there, and you can like, interact with each other. Your trainer is also going to be there. Next one is the academic management system. So once you enroll with us, we'll provide you with the login details to the AMS portal. And once you log in and create your account there, you can basically just access all the resources, class recordings, course materials, everything is included there. So even if you miss, you can just like get the class recording and then kind of do the revisions in your own time.
Got it. Thanks.
I would also like to know if it's possible to just, have a discussion with the trainer. Not necessarily here, but
Yes.
another time, like discussion on the phone, just to ask a few other questions that I have that I discuss. Is that possible?
Yes, definitely. You can contact us, or I think Sojan, I think it would be better if you leave like your contact details. So maybe one of the candidates can get in touch with you directly later on as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's good.
And
yeah,
also, I have left the contact details of Extratech as well, like our email address and phone numbers in the chat. So like later on, if you have any further questions or queries, or you would like to know about the curriculum and things like that, and the pricing and all these things, you can just give us a ping and we'll send you the curriculum as well. So if you go in the chat, the link is all there, information is there.
yeah, no, that's so good. What I'll do is like obviously because probably what I'll do is I'll leave my Teams, okay, and then you can Teams me, like get into the Microsoft Teams, and we can have a chat there. Because obviously I can't like keep track of who is who, on the phone. So that's why probably it's best to have a Microsoft Teams so that I can keep track of who is who and explain about the things. Yeah, so I'll definitely give the resources there. But yeah, you can contact your admin team as well. And then admin team will provide you with the
Yeah.
details of my contact, and then you can contact me, rather than me providing you, because obviously, like, yeah, that'll be the best, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
No,
Rajat,
yeah,
yeah,
I
Rajat
think
has one question.
one more question was there, just
Yeah.
to clarify. I think
He
so.
was asking, like, do you have some class happening other days rather than Mondays and Tuesdays? So Rajat, at the moment we don't really have other classes other than Mondays and Tuesdays. So this is the designated schedule that we have. In the future, we might open another slots or flexible slots in the morning and evening time, but for this batch, it's Mondays and Tuesdays only.
Yeah. So there are recordings as well, just so that people can know. And also, yeah, I feel if you are really interested, like, you can make up a time. Yeah, so I don't know what's your schedule like, but just have Mondays and Tuesdays. You can fix your times if you're really interested here, from work and all those. But yeah, it's Mondays and Tuesdays. Just don't wanna change the schedule because I'm also a bit busy with other works. So yeah, Mondays and Tuesdays work for me. Yes. And I had another question from one person. So it's I'll graduate as civil engineering technology. So is this course only meant for chartered engineer professional? Now, not really. So what we'll be learning is basics of everything. I'm covering basics of everything is like because so that you can apply in different sectors. Okay, I'm not only focusing in civil engineering, road design, or drainage design, or surveying, or structural. I'm not focusing on that only. Okay, so that I'm giving information, basic information of everything, so that you can apply in most of the jobs that's marketed. Okay, I know your interest might be different, first you get into one job and then you can search for your interest. Okay, so that's how it works. So that's why this is not only for like professional or chartered or others, just so that everyone can know. This is for everyone. Even though you don't have a background in engineering like civil engineering, you can understand most of the stuff. It's not that hard to understand. Okay, yeah, sorry, yeah, go on. I think Rajat has one more question. What are the positions that we can apply in entry level? Yeah, so as a grad, like, it depends on what your qualification is as well. If you are a technologist or draft, like advanced diploma in civil engineering, design, or something like that, yeah, you can apply for draft persons. Okay, or if you have a bachelor's degree in civil engineering, you can apply in multiple roles. Like you can do surveying as well, entry level of surveying. You can do, graduate engineer role, which covers everything, like from design to construction, project management, all those. And then, yeah, and then, so yeah, that's there. And also another one is you can apply for a site engineer if you have project management experience or site experience, or if you don't have any experience, you can still go into site engineering because that's the starting point there. Yeah, so there are various roles. Okay, that's why I want to cover all of them so that you can apply in most of the things, right? Not only focusing in one. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Yeah, yeah, Rohan. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. I think, yeah, I've been in contact with you. So Rohan asked some questions here. Yeah, I'll talk to you after this. All right.
Um, no, I think Rohan is like, I think he's one of our alumni. Like is that right, Rohan? Like
Yeah,
you're one
yes.
of our alums, and then you went on to like get a civil engineering job. So like we're almost at the end. So what we can do is we can finish off with Rohan's experience with Extratech. So Rohan, can you like tell us a little bit about your experience with Extratech, about joining the program, and then what it was like getting a job in civil engineering and things like that?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that Rohan. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, because he
Yeah,
got a
yeah,
job and yeah.
yeah. Hey, Susan. Yeah, I was asked by Susan to get in this class and talk about my experience. So,
Mm.
yeah. Hi everyone. My name is Rohan Basukala. I'm a recent alumni from ET Recruitment, and I recently got a job in as a structural engineer in Brisbane. So my experience with ET Recruitment was, to simply put in simple words, it was great. I mean, they helped me with everything. Susan was great with the technical terms. He was great with teaching me the softwares. And Sudhicha Gautam from ET Recruitment, she helped me with my career counseling. They helped me with my resume and my LinkedIn profile as well. And yeah, they taught me how to apply, when to apply for jobs, and what positions to apply for. And the overall experience was pretty great. And when it came to interviews, Sudhich, she helped me with the management parts, and Susan was very helpful with the technical parts, as well as how to properly behave in an interview and stuff like that. So I went to two interviews, and I got my job on the second interview as a structural engineer. And yeah, no, they were very helpful, and this class was very helpful as well.
Rohan, can you
Yeah.
talk a little bit about how your experience was like before? Were you applying for jobs by yourself before?
Yeah, I was doing my master's in engineering management in Brisbane. I was a part-time. I was a student, so I could only work part-time. And yes, I was applying for jobs. Pretty much as soon as I came to Australia, I was applying for engineering jobs here and there. I knew something was missing because there were no interviews, there were no calls. Pretty much it was all blank. So, but and ET Recruitment, they gave me some choices, they gave me some options, and at first it was a little. I mean, I thought that will this work? I don't know. I've been trying for 2 years. Will a little change work? And but as someone, they told me just to trust the process, and I did, and well, it worked out eventually. So no complaints here.
Can you talk to us about a little bit about how the experience was back home, and then your experience in Australia when it comes to navigating the job landscape, how difficult it is and how different it is?
Yeah, so back home, I worked as a project manager for 5 years in different projects, including bridges, roads, and buildings. It was not as hard, it was not that hard back home to get a job because as soon as you graduate from bachelor's, you pretty much get into the industry, and once you step in, it's just upscale from there. But what I learned here was that my experience back home really didn't matter here because the recruiters here, they don't want anything to do with overseas experience. They just look if you are capable to understanding and applying Australian standards, codes, and if you have local experience as well or not. If you can interpret and understand the local engineering terms or not. So it was pretty hard. It was much harder to get a job here than back home. It's much harder here, yeah.
Yeah, but like you said, with like hard work, with the right guidance, and just keep on doing the application process and the guidance, like it's not impossible either. Like you can get a job.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the program helps, but you got to do the work as you got to put in the work as well. I mean, you can't just say that I'm doing the program, so I'll get a job. You have to do all the hard work yourself as well. You have to put in the hours. You have to do what they tell you to do, and you have to grind for hours a day to even get one interview. So yeah, you have to do the work, but the work and the knowledge they give you, it pays off, I guess.
Yeah. All right, Rohan, thank you so much. But yeah, so Rohan is like one of our alums. And like you said, he joined with us for civil engineering training. And right now he has already like successfully breached the job landscape. And yeah, we just wanted to kind of have a little bit of a testimonial as well from one of our alums to let all of our candidates know, that we do have a very significantly large amount of success rate when it comes to our civil engineering training as well. All right, we're at the end of our presentation. Is there any like last minute questions anybody would like to ask? Please do so. But if not, then we have reached the end of our presentation. I have left the contact details of Extratech's like admin and contact number here in the chat. So if you have further queries or questions regarding anything at all, you can give us a ping. But yeah, like classes are starting soon. We'll send you a follow-up email regarding the classes and the curriculum and the fee structure as well later on. If you've shared your email with us, I think we have your records in our leads record. But if not, you can just give us a ping anytime. You can reach out to us on our social medias. But yeah, once again, thank you so much for everybody for joining. Hope this was an informative session, and hopefully you got some sort of insight from this. And yeah, we're just hoping to see all of you in the enrollment. All right, thank you, everyone. Have a great evening. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Yeah,
Bye-bye,
thanks everyone.
Bye.
Thanks.
Have a great evening.
Rohan, I think
Yeah.
I want to talk to you. Yeah, probably message me.
Yeah, I'll get you on the message.
Okay. Yeah. No, thank you. Thanks for that. All right. Thanks, everyone. That's
Bye,
all for today. If
everyone.
you have more questions, please contact admin team, and then they'll give you my details so you can contact me so that I know like who contacted. So
Yeah.
that's all. Yeah.
All
No,
right.
thanks.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye.
Bye.